Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys doing today? So for today's video, I want to talk about a little bit of this COD Mobile hate controller players. The reason I kind of asked this question and I want to make a video on this is just because I wanted to see the pros and the cons of, you know, playing on a controller and what's basically the bad thing about playing on a controller to them, not to us, but to them, and what's the good things, right? So, but I'm gonna be playing the new map, the Crossroads Strike. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I like that map. Personally, I think it's a really good map. I am also playing on a PS4 controller. That's the way I like to play it. It's my favorite controller, but let me know what controller you like to play on. But let's get into this video. First thing I want to talk about is the cons, right? So basically, a lot of people know that there's no ranked, basically no ranked for controller players. Playing ranked on controllers is very difficult. The reason I say that is just because you get to a certain rank and supposedly there's no more controller players, but I honestly do not think that that's the case here. I think that there's definitely enough controller players to be finding lobbies often, and I just think that they don't really want us to play on controller, right? Like they want us to. They wanted to keep it with. They want us to keep it with mobile players, which is, in my opinion, why they try to make it a little bit more difficult for controller players. And another thing, so obviously we don't have ranked on multiplayer, but on BR, I always find matches. I know some of you guys say that it's hard to find matches on there, but I never have a problem with it. I don't know. I get kind of confused when people say they have problems with it, but I never have problems with it on BR. Mostly it's just on multiplayer. So another thing is that they make very, very little updates for controller players. They make very little updates for controller players, and I think that can be a problem as well. The reason I say that is just because there's controller support in the game, and I feel like whenever there's controller support in any game, they should have some type of update, no matter how small it is. And it seems like a lot, in this case, they don't really care about the controller community. So, oh, nice. So that's another thing. They have very little updates for controller players. So that's something I hope they fix in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously Warzone Mobile is coming out, so you don't know how much they're going to keep updating this game. I feel like that also relies on how Warzone Mobile is going to do for us. I don't know how well it's going to do. It's hard to predict if it's going to succeed or if it's not going to succeed. So do you guys think that Warzone Mobile will do really well, or do you guys think that it'll do pretty bad? I don't know. Personally, I think I'm trying not to hype it up too much because I felt like that's how Apex was, and it wasn't all that, in my opinion. It was kind of a letdown. I know it got iPhone Game of the Year, but I'm not very impressed by it, if I'm going to be honest. Obviously, another con for controller players is we have disadvantages, so that's something that that we've always had. You know, I've made multiple videos. If you guys want to check them out, go ahead. We've had multiple disadvantages, and they've never really cared about it. Another thing is we can't play in tournaments either. We cannot play in tournaments, which is something that kind of sucks for us. Oh no! Honestly, thought that was a bot. I know you can play in the COD Mobile tournament, but you can play in the COD Mobile tournament with a controller, but only to an extent. You're not gonna win any money. The tournament is basically only for mobile players. But that's all I have for cons. In terms of pros, I would say that they still make updates. Even though they don't make many updates, they still make them. For example, they recently made a C4 update. I know it's not that recent, but it's better than nothing in my opinion, but you know, an update's an update, you know, and I think they've done a couple updates before. They've done a couple updates, and Another pro about controller players is the controller supports. They really hated controller players. It would definitely be like they wouldn't have controller support. They would have just taken it out. I did hear that there was people complaining in a certain country, and that's when they decided to like separate controller players and ranked players. But I'm not sure. I might make a video on that. So they separated controller players and mobile players, and decided not to put them together because there was like some country that was complaining about it, but I'm not sure. Okay, so the last pro thing is the aim assist on controller. I can't really say if it's like if it's a pro or a con, but the pro thing about controller aim assist, the controller aim assist is basically, is it OP? I mean, it's pretty good. I would say it's really good. I don't think it's that overpowered, but I think it's really good. And I think, in my opinion, let's say it was overpowered. I would say if it was really that overpowered, they should have lowered the aim assist and made it a little bit worse. And I'd be cool with that as long as we get to play ranked against mobile players. I also said they should make a button for mobile players to decide whether they want to play or not with controller players. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's just my opinion. The aim assist is pretty nice. I think it's more of a pro than a con. But you guys let me know down below. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, see you guys next time.